why isn't Starmer listening to the room here? Because he's getting people saying to him what he's doing is wrong, but he doesn't appear to be reacting. So Matteo Salvini, who is the, just let me get my notes here, who is the...
Sounds Italian.
He's the Deputy Prime Minister of Italy.
Yeah.
So Matteo Salvini has said, this is not how you should be treating your own people.
Mm.
Like, guys, that's from another country's leader, basically. So he's saying, this is not how you should be treating your own people. Javier Milei, the president of, I might pronounce his name wrong, of Argentina, he said, whilst other countries propose censorship, we propose freedom of expression. Just look at what is happening in England since the socialists came to power. They are putting people in jail for posting on social networks. So that's the president of Argentina.
Yep.
I mean, Argentina, is not known as one of the most sort of democratic or liberal. I mean, he's an exceptional guy, so he's making a big difference. Trump, I think, has commented. I can't remember what. I know he's made a couple of comments out there. Christine Anderson, a German MEP, said, Keir Starmer, I'm calling you out on being a disgrace to any democracy. That's what she said. What's she called? Priti Patel.
Yeah.
She called on Keir Starmer to recall Parliament because of the protests and was ignored. Jeremy Clarkson. He has basically banned.
I saw that.
Banned Keir Starmer from his pub and said, because of the complete shambles you've made of the government since the beginning. And I think one of the most telling things is the Labour membership. So the Labour membership has gone down, let me just get this fact right, has gone down since he came to power. Apologies for this. The Labour membership has fallen. His favourability has dropped to zero. More than half of British people believe that he's heading in the wrong direction. But I did have a stat on the Labour membership. The Labour membership, since he's come to power, has dropped dramatically, basically. So he's getting all these signals from all over the place, including internationally, the country's leaders, and he's not reacted at all. Why would that be?
Many reasons.
Because how often does that happen? That
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So let's look at the international politicians. The Italians will take great pleasure criticising the UK government because we've spent decades criticising them and their regimes. Argentina politician, he'll just get brownie points for that, having a go at the English after the Falklands and stuff like that.
True.
So listening to these politicians, this is just a game of politics. They're doing it more for their own home audience than trying to be democratic leaders for freedom. Keir Starmer, like most politicians, and we've had this conversation many times, he has no other options. I'm sure he doesn't want to be doing what he's doing. I'm sure he'd rather be treated like Blair in his first few years, being Mr. Wonderful, but he knows he isn't. He knows he's inherited a different situation, and he knows he just has to get on with it, and he thinks what he's doing is right for the country. Just like Hitler, Stalin, Idi Amin all thought they were doing the right thing for their country, and I honestly believe they thought that. And that's what he's doing. So he'll take no notice of any of them. He's got his advisors, his close circle, are all telling him this is working, it's going well. Half the population think we should clamp down on the riots. The other half are not sure, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about the polls. Polls go down all the time, So he's got this echo chamber telling him all the time.
But do you think he really believes that? Do you think he's looking at it and saying, yeah, I'm doing all the right things here? I mean, you said when this first happened, and I think you're right, there's a playbook, isn't there, for the governments? And it's like, if there's a riot, then you just clamp down hard and everything goes quiet.
Yeah.
But I think you and I agree that this time that doesn't work, that playbook, that particular play. And he must be seeing the reaction from...
Well, it's working at the moment, so look at it through his eyes. There's no more riots.
Yeah.
There's no more demonstrations. People online are saying, I'm scared, I'm not posting anything about the government anymore now. That's a win.
Do you think he's aware of that?
He'll be.
He must be aware.
He will, yeah. People will be saying the online stuff's working. People are scared now to post hate. Oh, that's great. The other elites are all sticking up for him. All the other organisations are sticking up for him. There's no, apart from reform, there's no one out there challenging him and his authority. He's looking at this going, I'm going to take a beating in the polls for a month or two, but I'm here for 5 years. If I can be not unpleasant, if I can be unpopular now, like Thatcher was in the first few years, she only won her second term because of the Falklands War. She got a bounce because of that. She'd have got kicked out if it wasn't for that. So he's planning long term. Decent politicians can't be looking at polls every day because you get nothing done. So he's thinking, everyone will forget about this. I just don't think they will.
Yeah.
And the reason why the Labour membership is collapsing is not because he's been in power for 50 days. This has been collapsing since he took over. And that's because Corbyn sold the dream. And these people are leaving Labour now are the proper communist socialists. So they don't think Starmer's left-wing enough. That's why they're leaving. And again, him cancelling the winter fuel allowance for pensioners. I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't see that coming at all. So that's why those numbers are going down. Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers. I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.